And welcome back. My next guest is a retired combat wounded military soldier who's using his own traumatic, life-changing disability to help spread the word about a camp for kids with all abilities. Welcome via Skype, retired U.S. Marine Corps Staff Sergeant, Johnny Joey Jones. Hi, Joey. How are you?
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm doing all right. Yourself?
Oh my God, it's an honor to have you. I've read your website and I am just blown away, my friend. I got so much respect for you. I'm breaking down actually as I'm talking to you, but I've got a lot of respect for you. You are definitely a hero in my eyes. So thanks for being with us. I really appreciate it.
Well, I really appreciate it. And I don't know if I'm a hero, but I certainly have been honored to serve my country and trying to do as much as I can now that I'm back.
So tell me about your experience, I guess, when you first started off with the Marine Corps.
Well, I joined the Marine Corps back in 2005. You know, I was in high school when 9/11 happened. I felt compelled to do something, but I didn't think that serving in the military was going to be it. And I like to tell people, quite honestly, I was just smart enough to know how dumb I was acting right out of high school, not paying a lot of attention to college or anything like that. And I had a good friend suggest the Marine Corps. So I went and talked to the recruiters, and it wasn't a few months later I was on my way to boot camp. Back then, when the Marine Corps recruited you, they set these little plaques out that had words like judgment and discipline and responsibility and all these character traits that I felt like I wanted but didn't really have in my life. So although there was a certain pull to serve during a time of war, more than anything, I wanted those character traits and become the man the Marine Corps said they would let me be.
So can you tell us exactly how you were injured?
Yeah, each service has a caveat of bomb technicians. We call that EOD, or Explosive Ordnance Disposal. We all go to the same school, but each service gets to choose when and how you can go into that job field. And in the Marine Corps, it's a specialized or a critical skills operator. So it's similar to, but not the same as a special forces job. There's a recruitment process and an indoctrination and so on and so forth. So it's a really small fraternity of people. I was lucky enough, after a few years in the Marine Corps and having already deployed to Iraq in 2007 and 2008, to find my way into that job field, go to the school, and then deploy in 2010 as a team leader. And during that deployment, we had a lot going on in Afghanistan. I worked about 80 IEDs total during that deployment, or roadside bombs, as people call them.
Right.
But quite honestly, what happened for me, we were taking a town full of bad things and bad people. We knew that there were a lot of IED or bomb components there. There were only 6 of us EOD techs and about 200 Marines. And after 5 days of fighting to take the town and rendering safe about 39 IEDs, the 6th morning we woke up, started to clear a building that we knew was going to be tough.
Right.
And subsequently, I stepped on or initiated a victim-operated IED or a bomb in the ground, and that's
Amazing.
how I lost my legs.
Tell me about what was the recovery like. I know that must have been very difficult. So tell us a little bit about your recovery.
Well, it was only as difficult as each day. A lot of people don't believe me, but the truth is I never believed I wouldn't walk again. I had my family there to support me. I had a personal responsibility to get up out of the hospital, become a contributive member to society again, to be a dad or a husband one day. To be a son, to fulfill responsibilities. I never felt like there was any part of me that was just going to sit on the couch and collect a check or something like that. So for me, it was all about getting as mobile and independent as possible. I got injured August 6, 2010, and I was walking in February 2011, and I was working full-time June 2011, 10 and a half months later. And I contribute a lot of that to the people that were there to support me, and the medical staff there at Walter Reed, who dedicated every minute of their day, whatever I needed.
So I know that you work with Zac Brown. So tell me a little about working with Zac Brown, and I guess you're doing some philanthropic efforts or to support or something. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're actually embarked in quite an endeavor. So part of my story during my recovery, working on Capitol Hill and then working in military nonprofits and doing some acting and other things, I developed a catalog of celebrities that I became friends with that were passionate about supporting the military, one of them being Zac Brown. And when I got ready to move back to Georgia from Texas in 2014, or 2016, I mean, Zac offered me a job here at what we call Southern Ground. You really have to see this place to believe it, but the premise is that Zac owns his own record label. He supports the band. We own the artwork and the video production, the merchandise, and all those different things or different companies and department within Southern Ground. And from that, we've been able to create what we call Camp Southern Ground, which is a 400-acre piece of property that Zac purchased himself, signed over to the camp. And since then, we've invested tens of millions of dollars to create a state-of-the-art camp that 3.5 to 4 months out of the year is a place for kids to go and grow and learn and be challenged and find things they're good at and learn not only how important they are to the world, but how important their fellow campers are. And during that time, we'll do a focus with kids in the autism spectrum. And so what that means is that not necessarily all kids diagnosed with autism, but the different disorders that fall in that spectrum that can go away for a weekend that we can bring in, and whether it's through music or our ropes course or something like that, pull out. Yes.
Right. So listen, Joey, we got about a minute left or so. I want to ask you about this get up, get over it, and get going real quickly. What does that mean to you? Tell us.
Well, that's how I got through my recovery. That's my personal mantra. And basically what that means is that everybody has something they get up for in the morning. It might be their family, something that's important to them. And during that time, they have something they have to get over. There's always obstacles in front of you. You just have to get over them. And then something that gets you going, something that gets you excited and energetic. And you have those three elements in your life. And if you can weigh those evenly, apply the right amount of time to each one to really see how important and beautiful this life is, I think it'll help you get going every day.
That's right. That's great. Listen, Joey, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. Lots of luck to you. And please let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Let me know. It'll be a pleasure.
Well, thanks for letting me come on. I really appreciate it. And thanks for all the kind words.
All right. Take care. Okay, guys, still ahead. We're breaking down everything you need to know about wine. Stay tuned.
See, I like how you